Feinstein Institute originated around the research programs of investigators in the North Shore LIJ health system.
So it emanated from the idea of trying to bring the disparate research efforts that existed across the organization into one location.
And we felt that it was a worthwhile investment to make at that time to get this building built and add the scientists and move the research program forward.
Our scientists focus the majority of their work on human diseases that span a broad spectrum.
Rheumatoid arthritis, multiple sclerosis,
chronic lymphocytic leukemia,
breast and ovarian cancer,
schizophrenia,
and bipolar disorder,
autoimmunity and lupus,
Parkinson's disease,
Alzheimer's disease,
Huntington's and Tourette's,
the immune system,
inflammation, sepsis, and dozens more.
The benefits to medicine and the benefits to delivery of care as a result of the breakthroughs in research has been phenomenal.
Medicine is continuing to improve because our science continues to get better.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and it was the most horrifying experience of my life.
The earlier you can detect any type of cancer, it's important. And with breast and ovarian cancer, there is no early detection.
The whole area of trying to find biologic markers of early tumor development has a huge potential.
And our approach is to look for these markers that are circulating in the blood,
to detect their appearance early and be able to treat them early.
And we were very, very excited when we found that
this will allow us to early diagnose, maybe years ahead of time.
I donated my tissue and blood to Dr. Lee's research to help move it forward to find a cure for breast cancer.
We're very excited right now by a new treatment strategy
that looks like it can actually prevent the buildup of the problem inside the brain cells.
In some of these models, for the first time, we've actually seen reversal of existing pathology.
That's never been seen before in Alzheimer's disease.
This will be the first truly effective treatment for Alzheimer's disease.
I was the first patient to be part of the gene therapy trial.
Gene therapy is the use of a gene to treat a disease.
Gene therapy could have a very beneficial effect on slowing the progression and alleviating symptoms.
Our recent study demonstrated efficacy for the first time for gene therapy for Parkinson's disease.
I felt much better. My tremors were gone. For the first time in any study that I was involved with, there was a real big difference.
We've had some great success there using the technologies developed at Feinstein.
And there are many therapies that we are working on now that will likely improve the way that we can take care of patients with Parkinson's disease.
We're sort of attacking the problem of treatment from schizophrenia from multiple levels.
We are collecting DNA, we are doing brain imaging, we're doing extensive tests of cognition.
To try and influence the outcome of patients in their first episode of illness.
And ultimately to personalize treatment. And that is a project that's funded by the National Institute of Mental Health. The award will ultimately be about $24 million, so it's certainly one of the largest grants that we've ever received. We have no doubt that we will learn an enormous amount from this study.
I was diagnosed with lupus when I was 11 years old.
For years, lupus patients would complain that they had trouble finding words.
Problems with emotional responses such as fear and anxiety.
And long-term cognitive problems.
We now know that antibodies can actually bind to cells in the brain and either cause them to malfunction or kill the cells.
So this means we have whole new strategies to treat those problems.
Betty Diamond, I always say, is the female Albert Einstein. She's the most brilliant person I've ever met.
We've developed a drug that we think may be very helpful in this.
And that's going to lead to alleviation of some of the pain and suffering that our patients go through.
She's made her solemn vow to me that lupus will be gone one day.
So recently, our laboratory discovered the identity of human B1 cells.
This is an immune cell that provides a protective shield
that help dispose of things that are bad for the body.
We can now move this research into therapeutics for patients.
To help protect against coronary artery disease,
pneumonia to HIV,
and other bacterial infections.
Also autoimmune disease, so lupus, rheumatoid arthritis.
And maybe even to ameliorate Alzheimer's disease.
And it was only here at the Feinstein that the right people, the right resources, and the right culture were brought together to allow this discovery to occur.
Here we foster an environment of innovation and of collaboration that enables people to follow their scientific path towards discoveries and towards cures.
I think the Feinstein is primarily unique because it has a very strong culture of collaboration.
Collaboration is essential.
The illnesses that we study and the research that we do is complex. It requires multidisciplinary teams working together.
One of the great things about being at the Feinstein and within a health system is we have access to a large patient population.
Patients we can study, patients we can test new treatments on.
Who have a willingness to participate in clinical research and clinical trials that I think is unsurpassed.
What used to take a generation or perhaps a lifetime now could take 5 to 10 years.
It emphasizes the development of new therapies
and advances that are critical for improving the health of the American public.
The mission of the Feinstein Institute is to produce the science and new knowledge that will change the way medicine is practiced in the future.
And it can change not only what happens in this healthcare system, but it can change on how care is delivered across the United States.
We will continue to succeed because we have outstanding scientists, a tremendously supportive community, and a health system that strives towards excellence in clinical care and research. In the future, we will have new medicines, and diseases that are burdensome and devastating today will be cured.